On the new vehicle SRP, curious to find out if we can add at the top of the page, if we can add some banners for our promotions or our specials. So for example, if a customer's coming to the Avalon and the search query is for the Avalon, we'd like to be able to add, maybe a 728 by 90 banner here for whatever promotion that relates to the Avalon for the month. And then under available inventory, we're wondering if we can add any text here for SEO purposes, something to that effect. Refined search. We're still wanting to have, I don't know if you're working on this or not, but when we click on refined search, right now this list is listed in an alphabetical order. We're wanting it to list according to the number of cars. So the vehicle with the most cars currently in stock right now, we have 146 RAV4s. That should be at the top of the list. We have 57 Highlanders. That should be the third on the list. 66 Camry should be the second. So based on today's inventory, the order would be RAV4s, Camrys, Highlander, and so forth. Once a customer chooses a model, we'd like it to take this price range. We think that that could go all the way down to the bottom of the page, particularly for new cars, or it could potentially even go away. It's probably not all that necessary, but if it can't go away, just move it to the bottom of the list. We find that color seems to be the next most important thing to customers shopping online. So they choose their model. They may or may not choose their trim at that point, but if they choose it, we want it to be them to be able to choose their color secondarily. I'm not sure that mileage MPGs is all that important, so that could be moved down the list. Displacement, meaning the engine size, that should probably come after color, and then transmission should come after that, and then features. And I'll send a list of the order that we'd like to have on here. In this area down here, we're seeing that it does have stock numbers as search criteria. We think that's great. For new cars, we think it'd be helpful if we had the model number, since you do have that model number in the data set. Model number is very helpful for our sales consultants. If they're helping a customer at a PC or on a laptop, our sales consultants often will look up cars by the model number. So if they wanted to show the customer all model number 3554s, they could type that number in here and it will produce a list. VIN number is not as useful, not only to customers, but to salespeople. Most people don't have the VIN number committed to memory. So if you could change that, I think that would be a good way to go. We'd like the vehicles to be sorted here. The default sort should be lowest price to highest price on all SRPs, not just new, but also on used. So lowest to highest. The pricing section, we need to talk about that, make sure that we're including the Toyota price or incentive in there as well, and or any discount that we're including. You did add the video button. Thank you for doing that. That'll work just fine the way you've done it, except for maybe the formatting of it. We think that it should probably be similar to these buttons right here, meaning with a gray background and a little bit of CSS on there to make it change. And I'm noticing that the font is different as well, so we think the font should be the same on all of these, and the button should be the same. We talked about making the send to mobile button go away, or at least hide it. We found that on our current site it's not used all that often. If you have reports that can justify having it there, we just want to minimize things that we don't see a lot of engagement with. it's not being used, there's probably no reason to have it there. Wondering if on here as well we can add something maybe in some section here that talks about a price drop, meaning the customer can sign up to receive emails or text when or if the price of, for example, this car goes down. We do know that right now there's a specials banner that appears here, but with our current website, customers can sign up for a reminder notice or notification when a price does drop on there. Want to talk about chat at some point and how that appears on this page. We're not contracted to use your chat at this point. I don't know that you even have chat. We're currently using a chat product provided by Dealer eProcess. We think that they're white labeling that product, so we may want to do some research and see who they're white labeling it through and buy it directly from the vendor themselves. But we haven't landed on a chat provider yet, so that remains open. Oh, wondering if on mobile for the SRP, if I resize it down to here, bear with me. Okay, so this is the mobile perspective. Obviously, we're getting rid of this. So we're going to end up having these flipped, and this will be fine. We're wanting to know if on mobile we can have this bar right here red, like this red right here, to give it some delineation from the header itself. And because we have click to call right here, we don't necessarily think it's needed right here if we can lock the header. So we should be able to lock the header so it doesn't this up here, and it looks like that is the case. So it's locking. Let's make this red, and then we believe we can get rid of this click to call button, which is overwhelming and pretty redundant on this page. So let's see what we can do about that. On mobile, we can get rid of, obviously we don't need the VIN. We should denote what this number is. I believe it's the stock number on here. And yeah, I think there might be more work to do on the mobile, but for now let's color this bright red. It locks in place, and then we can get rid of these click to call buttons. Seems like overkill. And that's on the SRP for new and used cars. On that note, let's go back there, and I'm wondering if this view video button could be the same width as this button here. I think that would make sense, and it look better, especially once we get rid of the click to call button. Okay, so that's the new car SRP. Thanks for watching my video.